All right, hello everyone. It's Cecile speaking, and I'm here not alone. I'm here with Eugene and Angelina as my colleague, and we are going to present our group project about semantic and pragmatic analysis. As we are going to do a pragmatic force analysis, implicature analysis, and politeness strategy and theory on a movie called Encanto. Later, it will be explained first by Eugene about the pragmatic force detected in the movie Encanto. So, Eugene, please.
Okay, thank you, Cecile. Next slide, please. So, I will be talking about pragmatic force, which contain elocution, locution, and perlocution. Let's break them down. Locution is the literal utterance, elocution is the intention of the speaker, and perlocution is the response that the speaker might receive. And let's get into the example. First, we pick the scene where a village guy gives Mirabelle a gift by saying, I give you the special since you're on the only Madrigal kid with no gift. What is the speaker is trying to imply here? Let's break it down. First, locution. The approach that this person is trying to say is he's going with either sarcastic approach or empathetic. It depends on his intention. We never know. But judging by the way he talks, we can see that by the locution is he's trying to either showing empathy or talking in sarcastic way. And in perlocution, we can see that Mirabelle is mm, she's being a little bit offended in the movie, but also by the empathetic nature of that sentence, she might feel a little bit seen as a person with no gift. And the second moment that we pick for this presentation is the moment where Abuel is trying to calm the people after being told that the house is falling apart by saying the magic is strong. We can see that from the locution that it is an announcement to the people to answer some of the question that might be thrown by the people here. What is going on? What is happening here? And to convince the people that, again, the magic is strong, that nothing is wrong with this family, with this house. But as we can see from the elocution, she is trying to persuade. This is like a persuasion, also a threat, and also a lie to calm down the people in this party that people are people are feeling, maybe they're confused what is happening, but Abuel is trying to calm down the people by saying that. And then as we can see, the provocation is people are being persuaded that, oh yeah, maybe she's right, it's not, there's nothing happened here. And also some people that might know what happened here, like Mirabel, is feeling threatened that why is Abuel is trying to hide something from us. What is the intention for, what is the intention? And next, please. And then we have Austin's felicity condition, where we break down what the appropriateness of the sentence that is being told here. For example, we have the first example, where the moment where Mirabel is trying to fix the magic, and Abuela said, "You have to stop, Mirabel." It is a part of speech called speech act of ordering. She is ordering Mirabel to stop. It is in ellipsis form. Abuela yells at Mirabel in order to stop her from saving the magic. It does work from Abuela's point of view. But if we talk about other people point of view rather than speaker, the situation is not appropriate since her intention is rebelling against the collective goal of the family. Therefore, her order misfired to the point where Mirabel is trying to being rebellious towards her and also ignoring her order. For a second, For a second example, we pick the moment where, after the house fell apart, Mirabel and Abuela is talking to each other, and Abuela is trying to say sorry. She said, "And I'm sorry you never hurt our family, Mirabel." It is a part of speech called speech act of apologizing in ellipsis form. After the disaster, leaving the family house destroyed, like I said before, Abel says sorry to Mirabel. But unlike the first example, in the sentence she shows her agreement with the collective goal of the family. We can tell from her choice of words and her tone that she is genuine with her apology, supported by the appropriate response and situation by Mirabel and the surroundings around her. And this moment also fixed her reputation by being so mean and rebellious, and so protective, overprotective towards her family. And that's from me. Next.
All right, so now we are already in the implicature analysis. So as you can see from the screen, here we have a scene actually, two scenes, but it's actually a scene that is correlated to one another. So before we jump into it, first I'm going to explain what is implicature. So implicature is an additional conveyed meaning, which is inferred indirectly or through hints and understood implicitly without ever being explicitly stated. So in this scene, we can see that Abuela is asking Dolores about, do we have a date? And then Dolores straightly answered, tonight. In this scene, Abuela is asking about the arrival of Guzman's, Isabella's boyfriend, for the engagement. However, in these situations, we're going to jump into the analysis. So maxims that are being violated is maxims of quantity. We're going to see why. So first is that the expected reply, the expected reply first is that only the time or the date, because in the scene, Abuela is asking about the period of Isabella's boyfriend Guzman's arrival in the Madrigal's house for the engagement, as we can see, like for those of you who have watched the movie. And in here, the expected reply is only the answer, which the time or the period, which is already answered by Dolores, tonight, right? However, the real implied meaning behind the implicature that I mean in here is that the addition of after the answer tonight, he wants 5 babies, as we can see right here on the second scene. There is no significant meaning behind the implicature because Dolores' answer has already answered Abuela's question, which she did answer tonight. However, then she continued with an information that was not asked by Abuela, and that is why it violates the maxim of quantity because it appears to be too informative. As we know, Abuela didn't ask about whether Guzman wants babies or how many babies that he wants. So, but also in this, I wanted to add that in this implicature of Dolores say he wants 5 babies, it's because, like, we all know that Dolores, deep down in her heart, she wants to be with Guzman, which in the end, of course, they ended up being together. And next, okay, here we have two scenes, of course, but it related to one another. So first is that the scene of Isabella furiously screamed to Mirabel about, have you lost your mind? And we can see that maxims that are being violated in here is maxim of quality and relevance. And later it will be explained why. And we can see that Mirabel's answer here is, I feel like you're upset. Like when someone is yelling at you, have you lost your mind? Of course, the expected reply from us, or if we ask the other people of, have you lost your mind? Of course, the expected answer is only yes or no, along with the explanation of why we, in this case, Mirabel, sounds like so, right? If someone asks us that, have you lost your mind? That must be us or the other people have been said something that out of our mind that unexpectedly said, and we're not expecting it from the other people. So that's why we're saying the implicature, have you lost your mind, right? However, in this scene, instead of justifying herself and giving explanation of why she sounds like so to Isabella, Mirabel makes an assumption about Isabella, making her become more furious due to the answer is not relevant to the question. That's why it is violating the maxims of quality and relevance. First, because the answer from Isabella is not informative. Second, it's because the answer is not relevant to the question. Have you lost your mind? And we moving on to the real implied meaning behind the implicature is that Mirabel is only trying to understand why Isabella reacted that way, but not so she could comfort her or hugging her because she wants to, but so she could hug her in terms of she achieved her personal purpose in order to strengthen the candle's dying flame. And as for those of you who watched the movie, also like in this scene, in this first scene, Mirabel is not like really wants to get along with her sister Isabella, but later both ended up get along anyway after Isabella let things out from her mind, uh, let things that this whole time makes her wigging because she was trying to be so perfect the whole time, and then it's wigging her, and then she let it out, and then both of them ended up get along anyway after the musical scene. And I think that's all for me. Next will be explained by Angelina.
Okay, next we're gonna talk about politeness theory. There are 5 types of politeness theory in Brown and Levison in theory, which are both on record, off record, negative politeness, positive politeness, and don't do the face threatening acts. The chosen scene for this theory is when Mirabel tries to apologize to her sister Isabella in hope to build their trust and relationship back, as well as keeping Casita magic from falling apart. The scene is counted as negative politeness with several proofs from Mirabel's utterance. Mirabel stated her apology by referring both of their personal problem, and then she insists to be a better sister to Isabella to prevent further conflict. Mirabel, during a face-threatening act, Mirabel tried to redress Isabella's negative face by asking forgiveness. Next, we're gonna talk about the leech theory. According to Leech, there are 7 maxims of politeness: tact maxim, generosity maxim, praise maxim, modesty maxim, agreement maxim, sympathy maxim, and consider maxim are the maxim of are the 7 maxim of politeness. For this politeness theory analysis, the scene that was chosen was when Mirabel comforting Antonio that who was hiding because of his anxiety due to receiving his gift. Mirabel comforted Antonio by stating she was happy for Antonio's gift despite the fact she was giftless. Mirabel utterance is a part of sympathy maxim where she offers sympathy and reduces antipathy towards Antonio. Thank you for listening to our presentation and have a good day.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.